Welcome back to Epic Tavern. Alright, as we mentioned at the end of last episode, let's check our supplies here. Ooh, getting a little house ale. We're going to make this one mega episode for the week, and I'm going to see how it goes. It's up to you to decide when you watch it over the course of the next week. But this is the only episode of Epic Tavern for this week. So here we go. I think this way, though, I can better keep track of the quests. Sort of pick the right quests for narrative fun. At this point, the tavern's running great money-wise. I breezed by that quest really quick. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to be a conversation. And superior gear, a much better kitchen, and a much better reputation. Okay, I get it. You like the other tavern better. Huh? Should the heroes attempt to destroy the Mad Tinkerer's hammer or recover it intact? The Mad Tinkerer's hammer is too dangerous and must be destroyed before Winterflame Toys goes rogue and causes mass casualties. Or, dangerous or no, the Mad Tinkerer's hammer is a powerful artifact, and Ignatius will pay well for it. Take it from Winterflame to break his hold over him before the toys all go rogue, causing mass casualties. Destroy the hammer, or I think I'm going to go with the artifact play. For some reason, I feel like I won't be able to destroy it. But now that we know it tries to possess its owner, we'll be aware of it. Welcome. Let's get this little corner of the room. One last action. And let's end on a chat. The more humankind tries to control the natural world, the more they open themselves up to machinations of chaos. Well, well, well. Okay. Under the Hammer, I think, is the one we should go for. A level 7 combat quest. We've got a pretty good group for this. Cat. I think we'll take our shaman. And then we need our mind guy. A backup social person? A social survivalist? That sounds like a doctor to me. All right, I think we're ready. Here we go. Ooh, it's a long way away. Two combats right in a row. We're just getting in combat after combat. I'm always up for shopping for weapons. Let's see what the Blade of Dragonfire is all about. Somebody wants us to give their new recruits some words of encouragement before going to combat. Man, there are a ton of combat missions between here and there. We got all the way there, and then we set up tent. Ugh. Alona and Thai argue over how to set up the tent. In the end, Alona gets her way, and the doctor goes off to sulk by himself. I like what they're trying to do here. This idea that these little personal squabbles can cause reduced health and or spirit. I have no room on the roster, so I can't hire anybody else. But I can chat. Hey, I wanted to talk to you. Catrice has some nerve accusing me of setting fire to the city to help another wizard escape jail. How dare she? Huh? I once released a parasite into the water supply. Everyone was sick for weeks. It was a riot. Oh, okay. A little chaotic evil kind of character. Maybe chaotic neutral, we'll see. Definitely chaotic. Nah, I knew I shouldn't have rolled it. The woman I fell in love with was Thylassa, the goddess of the sea.
Huh?
You know what would really be funny if the whole village seriously died at once and no one could figure out why. Wanna do it? Okay, Night Stalker, you're giving me the creeps. Well, let's see what is Ixie. I'm curious as well. It's lower level, so we can bring some of our folks that need some training. A crumpled, missing pet flyer blows into the tavern. It contains a child's drawing of an insect and promises a hefty reward for the return of her pet Ixie. Trying to find a tiny little bug in the olive boar seems like a fool's errand. Fortunately, we have just the fools for the job. And then we crashed. Be right back. Okay, we're back. I think this is the same team, but either way, it's the team we want now. I'm gonna try playing this in not full screen. Doesn't seem like it's changing the view for you, so fingers crossed. It just means we crash a little less often. 62 miles away. Tentacle monster. Hey, we told a powerful story, and the group was inspired. The heroes worked tirelessly all afternoon, and their efforts are noticed and appreciated by the foreman, who gives them an extra 50 gold. Oh, 175 gold for the crew. I wish it was a little easier to get to the support. I don't like having to scroll to get all the buttons. Wow. Jeez. Universally, you could not even make the roll. Arguing about politics at work, nonetheless. The heroes venture to the nearby village to find this girl. The party finds a girl posting signs for a missing pet. It must be her. My name is Maya. Please help me find my sweet Ixie. What happened there? Weird. We went out there and then met the person posting the signs and then turned around and came home. Now we're 2 seconds away from finishing this one. As they head back towards the workshop, the Netherling on the string starts giggling and catches his pack. What's so funny, she says, removing the toy from her pack. It laughs louder and says, remember when we invaded through the flaming gate and murdered thousands of you? That was awesome. The scene in Winterfling Workshop is total bedlam. The Netherlings, now fully free from the toy maker's influence, have reverted to their murderous natural form. Their workstations have been transformed to manufacture miniature weapons and armor for their new army of living toys. Should not have come back, friends, Flustercap says from a lobby ledge, smiling wickedly while clutching a tiny dagger. Uh-oh. Remember when we saved you from the abominable snowate? Ketra says. The little imp blinks rapidly in response, as if awakening. Flustercap has the heroes hide in a bin full of toys that it wheels across the room. Another Netherling hops over to inspect the cargo, then a second. Run, friends! Flustercap yells, pushing the bin forward and turning to attack the pursuing horde. The little critter is torn apart, covering their escape. With Netherlings scratching at the door behind them, the heroes barricade the exit. That was close. Picking up the stuffing-filled head of a teddy bear from a nearby workbench, looks like some sort of assembly area. The bear head suddenly animates and snaps at him. All around, toys come to life and rush to attack. Row after row of toy soldiers, each a foot tall, stand at attention in the hallway leading to the offices. Upon seeing the heroes, the toy commander raises his tiny sword and yells, "Charge!" "It's a trap," Thai says, spotting more attackers above. The heroes backpedal just as a large weighted net drops in front of them. Narrowly missing, they stomp the tiny soldiers and continue to the toy maker's office. Skill use perception to avoid damage. Remember, none of this is the toy maker's fault, so try not to hurt him. We just need to get the hammer from him, and hopefully this will be over. As they approach the office door, dozens of Netherlings pour into the hall from around the corner. The heroes run for the office. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. That fail really hurt. Ooh, we just got it done. Okay. How dare you, Wilburhuffs, charging at Ilona? Possessed or not, a kindly old toy maker is no match for a shaman, and he's dropped by a brutal uppercut. Capture snatches up the fallen hammer and tucks it in a sack. The spell is immediately broken, and the embarrassed toymaker calls off the Netherlings just in time. Wintercrest is saved! Doug gained some locks and traps. Well, that's great. He's probably got a million score in locks and traps by now. I don't understand what I'm rolling here. Let's see. Ooh. Our spirits are getting kind of low. But if there's a really cool armor piece. Scroll of combat expertise. That's always good. Somebody's going to get some points. I gained 1 level in combat expertise. Our doctor got combat expertise, but okay. The exact same encounter 2 times in a row. Looks like that means we're going to have our 3 parties out today. Guess then that's their way of telling we completed that quest line. And so what if I was involved? What business is it hers? Yeah, okay. She just accused you of burning down a village, and then you said you probably did. Not all necromancers intended to end up in this field. Sometimes fate decides for you. Yeah, it's true. I tried to coax Thalassa out to prove a point to be crew, but she didn't appear.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know that you're in love with a real person is the problem.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Got a couple people drunk out of their chairs. Another wonderful night in the Sleeping Trout Inn. Let's see. I'm thinking a survival quest. It's interesting. We're in our third group though, so we should we might be able to try it. Let's see what it's like. Unexpected gift. Everybody's gonna have to join in together to get the social parts of this done. Luckily, it's close. While the adventurers grumble about how the protection artifact promised by Madame Grimstone never turned up, a courier clears her throat to get their attention. "Pardon me, good heroes," she says, presenting a scroll case. "I was told to deliver this to the Sleeping Trout Inn. I know nothing of its sender. Within, find a map of Valdridge with an X marked at the base of a prominently forked tree." Okay, well, my windowed mode idea didn't work out, but I'll be right back. All right, and here we go. This is a close one. Oh, that was easy. The heroes arrive at the Valdridge and begin searching around for distinctive-looking trees. This is the one! Marley declares confidently and begins digging at the base of the tree. Moments later, she pulls a small package from the soil containing an amulet bearing a single eyeball that stares back at her. Creepy. That is creepy. We'll rest. We don't need to buy any sketchy potions. Yeah, I don't care about that either. That's a good point. Ever-gazing amulet. This one was weird. We went out. We went out, met the person who posted the help wanted posters, and now we're leaving. I think we'll rest. The Scimitar of Time and the Ever-Gazing Amulet. So we have the hammer. And now we're taking it back to the tavern, apparently. We wrestled the hammer away from the toy maker, breaking the spell and saving Wintercrest. A doctor? Hey, look at that. The doctor. Ooh, the survivalist. Ever-gazing amulet. +4 perception. Interesting. And the skimmer time. Yeah. That's basically a sword. We'll upgrade the perception of our cut purse, who's also in the mine guy field.
Huh?
Wow. That was a bit of an unlucky roll. Welcome. Well, welcome you too. Couple of new quests. Skeleton crew. That pirate who just left, well, I've heard many stories about her. Her name is Brett Donning. Captain Brett Donning, Scourge of the 12 Seas. The adventurers takes a swig of ale and continues. I dare you to ask her if she's had a skeleton crew. I see what you're doing. After a bit of discussion about how easy it will be to find a giant furry beetle, the answer... Wait, after a bit of discussion about how easy it will be to find a giant furry beetle that answers to Ixie, the heroes admit none of them have ever seen a wigglewort before. A visit to some local hunters is in order. I see, so the super cute tiny animal is actually a ginormous animal. The Sleeping Trout regular beer supplier has unexpectedly taken off. Luckily, the bartender knows about Bog Suds, a brewery in... oh boy. In the tenement Bog slums. He says the beer's not bad, and more importantly, it's dirt cheap. Better send a team to pick up a few kegs. Let's see what's up with the land pirate. When we first fell in love, she was always at my back. No storms chased me tail, and the waves rose beneath my hull. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. We are back. Let's go with To Catch a Wigglewort. We need to negotiate. Hey, good across the board. After a bitter discussion about how easy it would be to find a giant furry beetle that answers to Ixie, the heroes admit none of them have ever seen a wigglewort before. So we're going to visit some local hunters. 50 miles away. The old "you stole my seat in the tavern" conflict. Let's learn a new drink. Yeah, well, we didn't learn any new drinks, unfortunately. It's Gwendolyn's name day today. The adventurers fashion a pouch of rabbitkin hide. Party receives a rabbitkin hide pouch. Okay. The adventurers return to the path they followed before and happen upon a group of hunters. They inquire about wiggleworts. Reluctant, the hunters provide the party with rope, nets, and rabbit carcasses to lure the pet. Rabbit carcasses? What kind of bug is this? Gonna try to get this table nice and willing to chat.
Huh?
The infected village was a tactical point, so the enemy would have no choice but to claim it upon seeing it unguarded. By the time the villagers start showing symptoms, the enemies had been infected as well. Oof. Catchers may not like me, but I'm a fine mage. Ask anyone who's traveled with me except for the companions, because most of them died.
Huh?
All right, I think we've got this table nice and inebriated at this point. They're gonna spill anything. They're gonna spill it now. Gurg Stoutbelly was one of the only survivors of the companions. The rest of her friends were left behind. Another great service at the tavern. Those pauses always make me nervous. Let's go with the missing guest. I think today we're going to try to clean up some quests. Got to bring our mind guy to a subtlety quest. Oof. Yet another crash. Alright, we're back at the quest selection area. I might change this party up a little bit, though. So I wanted you to be here with me when we did that. So I think... maybe one more survivalist. I think that's a pretty good group. I cut the resolution down. We'll see if that makes it a little more stable. The bard sends the heroes off with a heartfelt performance. So yeah, okay. Let's get going here. Any type of subtlety or knowledge, we should be good. Ty gets locks and traps. Great. Always glad when our people get more skills. Jeez. Glad the first one worked out. Let's... no, our folks have low social. This is probably based on social. Oh, Merkel steals the show with her acting skills and natural comedic timing. The troupe offers the fire mage a permanent role, which she politely declines. Hey, 50 gold for the crew. The tomb is opulent but quiet. A heavy stone door has been opened. Handprints, Grusella mutters, trying to sound like a detective. Oh, I'm sorry. Handprints. The door was open from the inside. Ooh. The party comes upon a fork in the path with a sign in the middle. It reads, "If all else fails, follow the beat." Two of our team members need to team up in order to get this done, and we did. Bumped into a scorned lover. We visited the local hunters, but now we're on our way back. Avoid this disaster. I'm always up for shopping for some accessories. Scroll of combat healing. Catrice gets it. The more healers, the better. The hunters provided some much needed guidance and equipment needed to wrangle the giant bug. Good, good, good. I don't think I need to... Well, let's do a little shopping. Oh yeah, look at that. We're low on that one. We sold a lot of house wine. No worries, we just ordered 130. A little much, a little much. Jeez, infected with sepsis and lightly wounded? Okay, go to the infirmary. Oh my god, there's still this many things left to collect. Holy moly. Turns out that some druids, I got to the appointed, wait, turns out it's just some druids. I got appointed to the clearing, and about a dozen old druids looked me up and down to decide what animal I should bond with. It took 10 minutes tops. Oh, this is about the going into the mountains to find your spirit animal. I remember that one. Sparkling fairy water, let's do it!
Huh?
He's falling off his chair drunk. Welcome. It's kind of good that there aren't any new quests. Let's just catch up on a few. Which one should we start in on next? Well, let's go ahead and get this. If we can get a new drink, it could be worth it. As a tavern owner, we should be interested in expanding our menu. Pretty good crew. The cask of Imperial Cobalt Stout. There's a rumor going around that Nash, one of the guards in the king's dungeon, has a stash of Imperial Cold Stout hidden there. Perhaps they'd be willing to give some up for a little persuasion. Ooh, it's a close quest. Uh-oh. Grunson lost some spirit because Cranston is in love with his horse. Grunson sneaks into the dungeon, finding a storeroom, and starts playing with loose bricks. A nervous guard stumbles in. Hey, you! Get away from there! The brick comes free, and the barbarians peer in. Through the darkness, he sees the skeletal remains of a human draped across several casts. Score. Costs 100 gold to attend a cook-off. Yeah, okay, let's attend a cook-off. Gwen gets into a heated argument with the Cobalt prep cook about the ideal meat to bean ratio in chili. How dare you question my methods? The great chef. The Cobalt squeals indignantly, and the heroes are thrown out. I guess we didn't get any super cool recipes. After a bit of blackmail and muscle flexing, the party exchanged their silence for a few casts of Imperial Kobold Stout. First round is on Nash. Returning home from the tomb. Oh, that was easy. Oh, Imperial Cobalt Stout. There it is. House ale and house wine. I think I'm going to drop this for the 15% base serve chance. Ooh, this is even better. 25% base serve chance. Well, shoot. Let's go with that. Expensive, but people are gonna like it. 25% base serve chance is great. Still won't save you from a 1 though. A refused invitation. Late to the funeral. The body somehow went for a walk. The funeral can't happen until someone tracks it down. Alright. We're gonna track it down. Gonna remind myself to get late to the funeral. Not to be late to the funeral, but to do the quest late to the funeral. And then we got another one over here. In cold mud. The tavern chef Hans was found dead this morning outside someone's chicken coop. He's been sneaking out after closing lately, sniffles his assistant. I don't know what he got himself into, but Hans was a good man. Find the culprit and bring him to justice. Alright.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I didn't read that story. It worked, and shortly thereafter I learned it wasn't a game. I planned the tactics for the massacre at Morgrove. To my external shame, the tactic is now known as Maurice's Gambit. Yeah, that's one of those things about having a military maneuver named after you. The undermarket was disappointed by the hero's failure to break into Scrunge's office and gain valuable intel, but decided to go through with the plan anyway. Their mission? Fake a haunting of Jebediah Scrunge in order to convince him to give away all his money to the phony charities they run. Round up a stealthy crew of tricksters. Viper will meet and brief them on the way.
Oh.
From a young age, he taught me about the dangers of the mountain and to respect its power.
Huh?
One more action point. Need somebody to order that plus 25 awesome drink so we can make it to the end of a chain for once. Late to the funeral, a refused invitation. Ooh. This is some high subtlety. We had to use a lot of our high-end people to have a decent chance at this. The adventurers follow a faint trail. Whoever made this was dragging 1 foot. Following the trail, the heroes discover the dead man sitting in a glade. His flesh has puckered from early decomposition, but otherwise he seems quite cheerful. I think we should get our spirits back. All right, somewhere around there I think would be where I would normally stop for the day. So I'm going to put down a nice... Put down a chapter mark there, and then we'll keep on going. Have you ever considered selling this place? I'd love to own a bar. Not that I could afford it. Well then, why are you asking? Grog thought I was extorting him and hired Dirk to try to kill me, but Dougie and I go way back, and he tipped me off. The little backstory that our characters have before they came to the tavern and how it intersects is kind of interesting. One character hired another character to try to kill a third character. And now they're all in the Sleeping Trout and having a grand old time. Right around 10 seems to be my max. 90% chance. Roll a 2. Murder most foul. I recognize that pun as something that'll allow us to upgrade our kitchen. Let's do that one. We need a combat survivalist. We'll let this be. Well, who can we? It's been a while since we've had somebody rank up. The tavern chef, Hans, was found dead this morning outside the chicken coop. He's been sneaking out after closing, sniffles his assistant. I don't know what he got himself into, but Hans was a good man. Find the culprit. It feels a little weird. This was weird because it was a quest that had 0 distance. So we've already arrived. It feels a little weird going through a dead guy's stuff. True, says with a shrug. But dibs on the poofy chef hat. I've always wanted one of those. Beneath the mattress, the heroes find a love letter from a woman named Nare, who warns that her husband, Gorn, has a violent temper. On their way out, Grusilla notices fresh scratch marks on the doorframe, as if it had recently been jimmied open. Odd. And we actually did get a poofy chef hat. Well, we definitely need to loosen up some lips to finish up that quest, because if I look right here, I've been laughing at this pun forever. Complete the quest, Murder Most Foul. Stock up to more so we can have more food on the menu. Fortune favors the kobold. Ah, yes. these mood notifications are new.
Oh.
More than meets the eye. The love letter found in Hans's room implies that the culprit could be Millstone's half-orc butcher, Gorn Flushcleaver. Scratch marks on his door, however, suggest someone may have broken in and planted that letter. Examine the murder scene for additional clues.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. Hmm.
155% chance to serve successfully.
Hmm.
The love letter found in Hans's room suggests the culprit might have been a half-brother. I thought we already did that. Or do we have choices now on how to reconcile this?
Huh? Oh.
I think figuring out who murdered our chef is still the key here. Let's go to the scene of the crime, then we'll go to the next step. That's the place, says Gwendolyn as they approach Wilhelmina's chicken coop. Half buried in the mud where the body was found, Gwen discovers a large wedding band. What do you bet this belongs to the butcher, she says. The heroes present the ring and letter to the city guard. Gorn Fleshcleaver is arrested for murder. That felt way too easy. You know what? Just for one day, let's close early. We want to stick to our chef's murder here. We're still in the subtlety mode, so we want to bring our mind guy with us. Then we've got some there and some good backup with some social graces. Ooh, but nope. We gotta pause on that. It's 4. I didn't expect that low level rating. Let's get survivalist out of the way, and then let's bring our social expert. While dramatically putting on glasses, Catrice says, "It looks like the chickens have come home." A guy died here. Could you please not? Half birdie, the mother heroes find a wedding band and inscription reading Gorn and Nari forever. Now he's released. Starting to wonder if I should have had access to both of those options. Well, that was chapter 1, 2, and 3 of Murder Most Foul. Let's see if we can unlock chapter 4.
Huh?
Oh. 45%. 40%. One more. It's impossible. Oh, we did it. No, we failed. Oh. One more, we could have hit our max. Oh, that hurts.
Huh?
Green with envy. The tavern's assistant chef, Maya, has been filling in since Hans's death, but a permanent replacement is still needed. Roiler Green in Valdres is famous locally for his weekly events feeding the poor. Seek him out and hire him as the new chef. Rehoming the hammer. With the Mad Tinkerer's hammer in hand, again, assemble a crew of heroes capable of fending off the influence long enough to deliver it. It's all mind games. Boo.
Oh.
Man, I can barely see with all the notifications. Guess we'll just do the one. Oh, let's get your story and then we'll call it. Or we'll just call it. What do you think? Rehoming the hammer? Let's take this mind possession super evil hammer home to the artifact guy who recognizes its power and respects it. Mind guy. Mind guy times 2. Social. And then we need some survival backup. Yeah, we should bring a doctor with us. Just in case things get funky. Ty is planning to kill you. A voice speaks directly into Merkel's mind. Kill him now before it's too late. It would be horrible to fail these rolls. Merkel nods quietly, starting to draw her fire slinger's wand before she realizes what she's doing. The fire mage shakes her head to clear it, resheaths her weapon. Fire slingers. As they near the shop, the heroes are bombarded with a mass assault on their minds. They each regard their fellow heroes with paranoid intensity as they walk. Lots of mind specialists here, so we should be able to pull this off. I swear to the lost gods, I will end you if you don't shut up, Fire Mage. Durgam snaps as they finally reach the collector's shop. Morbid curiosities? Try it, please, Morgul responds coldly, pushing open the front door. Good rolls, everybody, good rolls. The bickering heroes continue their argument inside the shop until a frustrated Ignatius seizes the hammer away from Merkel. The heroes' mood immediately lightened, and they apologize to one another for getting a little crazy. Ignatius tucks the cursed hammer safely away and rewards the heroes with a powerful artifact, Shield of Foresight. Now we're back to sort of regularly scheduled events here. Oh, the famous magician? Yeah, let's volunteer. We might get something out of it. The magician levitates Thai high above the ground and then drops him in the third row. The doctor receives extra hazard pay, and the heroes are shuffled away for the next performance. Thai took 6 damage, but we got 50 gold out of it. We return the hammer. And we got the Shield of Foresight. Let's see if this thing's any good. Shield of Foresight, 3 perception, 3 diplomacy, 2 endurance. Perception, diplomacy, and endurance. It's definitely a general use item, but 8 plus 8 total skills is pretty good. A cut purse with a shield? That's a terrible idea. Let's get Catrice a little better thematically anyway. We'll put the... What does she currently have? Lawkeeper's Breastplate, 2 endurance, 3 leadership. That's actually pretty good. Perception and diplomacy. So we would lose... So we'd be gaining a little bit of mind is what we're getting out of this. Where'd she go? And let's see if we can upgrade her weapon here. Earth magic? I don't even know. I'd love a weapon with some leadership on it. I know that's a weird thing to ask for. Let's give her the Razor of Eternal Sorrow. Earth Magic +4. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. We'll do that. Cool. All right.
Hmm.
We need to spread the love out a little bit, give some of these other tables an opportunity to have some merriment.
Huh?
I knew it. I knew it.
Huh?
Another wonderful service. I'm starting to wonder if this guy is the one that did the murder, so he could get hired, taking out the competition. Let's see if we can go off to this other tavern chef and see if they want... Wait, it's not another tavern. He's feeding the homeless. In the Valdridge town center, a burly man with thoroughly ridiculous handlebar mustache ladles soup into an enormous cauldron into bowls for a large line of town's neediest citizens. That's our man. Apparently he does this every weekend. Holy moly. Failed by 2. Well, isn't that an interesting prospect? Roiler says with absolutely fiddling with his mustache. These events feeding the poor in Valdridge are vital to their survival, however. Help me by sponsoring them and I'll join your staff. I thought that's what the salary was for. In order to get... Oh, hold on. We gotta do another quest, no doubt. In order to get Roiler Green to sign on as the cook, the adventurers agreed to have the tavern sponsor his weekly free soup night for the poor in Valdridge. Oh, sure. Kitchen now available for purchase. The level 2 kitchen allows your tavern to stock more types of food. Hey, brand new kitchen. Now we just need a cook. You know what? That's a double episode. I'm gonna call it. I'll come back and we'll do another big episode for this week. But for right now, I am gonna call thanks for hanging out. This will at least get you through 2 or 3 days, depending on how fast you choose to watch. We'll see you next time.